it's Cricket from the Coat Hangers, and you're listening to Drop the Mic.
The dining room table spun in a counterclockwise direction.
I don't think that one happened, no.
The toilet seat lid banged up and down.
No.
Did the bed levitate?
Yeah, with me on it.
Spontaneous recurrent psychokinesis. Oh, boy. Oh, this is going to be the worst case I've ever seen. Oh, yeah, this is bad. Okay, well, folks, I can do a clearance, but it's not going to be cheap. Although I told him for a 6-month guarantee.
How much?
$249.95. There is a 30% surcharge for making the house call after midnight. Then there's vehicle, gas, so I'd say the whole thing's going to set you back somewhere in the neighborhood of $450. Although we could forget about the fence, call the whole thing even.
Hey everyone, this is episode 66, and we're calling this one Don't Fear the Reaper.
Ooh, nice.
We're your host, J-Dub and the Swan, and tonight we're going to be focusing on The Hidden Gem by Mr. Peter Jackson, director of The Lord of the Rings, as everybody knows. We're going to be going back to a cult classic that not a lot of people know about, called The Frighteners. Yeah. I know you hadn't seen it yet.
No, I haven't. I've never even heard of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, that should make this episode that much better, right?
Yeah.
So before we break it off into that film, let's get into a little bit of pop culture news.
And now for a special news report. Brought to you by Drop the Mic.
Let's start it off with you, James.
All right. So there's some talk going around Hollywood that TMNT is getting another reboot.
I heard about that.
Yeah. You think it's too soon to reboot it again?
I don't know what they're trying to go for, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, is it a continuation? Is it they're trying to do something completely different? I know they got the writer of the Jason Bateman movie Bad Words. That was a big hit a few years ago. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if they're trying to go down like a kind of darker path. I hope so.
That'd be cool.
You know,
something a little more grown up.
Like I've been saying for years, aim it at the kids, you know, at the 80s and
the
90s
ones who grew
kids.
up with it.
Yeah.
Did you want to see anything different, like how the way they look?
Honestly, yeah. I think they should work on the image of the turtles, make it better. I don't know how they would make it better, but anything but what they did with the new ones. Definitely change that. And I would like to see a Netflix series.
That'd be cool.
Live action.
Yeah.
Not CGI.
That'd actually be, I think that would, I'd prefer that.
Okay, bring Jim Henson's son, who's doing the Happy Time Murders on, and do an old school Ninja Turtles series.
Yeah, so you'd want a show. That'd be cool. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So look forward to that. Look forward to some more news for that. But what else do we have? A brand new trailer of The Predator.
That's right.
Has dropped earlier this week. And it gives you a little more explanation to what's going on in the movie. Mm-hmm. So basically, there's bigger and badder predators. Pretty much.
More skilled, right?
Yeah, and I think they're like twice the size of the regular predator.
Which is not too much different than Predators that happened a few years ago.
Yeah, because they had bigger ones.
They had the regular Predators, which were being brutalized.
Yeah.
The one guy's chained up, right? Yeah. And you got the superior ones with you can tell by their armor.
Yeah, they look a lot different.
Is different, but in this one so far, the bigger kind of badder predator is just like jacked and kind of super scary.
He's like the Rock of the predators.
Exactly.
So yeah, check out that new trailer. Look it up on YouTube. What else do we have? Oh, so the AMC show Comic Book Men has been canceled. I don't know if there's any fans out there who listen to this, but that show had Kevin Smith.
They canceled it?
Yeah, he put it up on his Instagram. He actually gave kind of the reason why on his podcast. Mm-hmm. It's called Smodcast. But I guess he had everyone from the show.
Was it Fat Man on Batman, that one?
No, it was just like it's called Smodcast one.
Oh, okay.
And I guess they all talk about it, kind of how they feel about not being recorded at a comic book shop anymore.
Wow.
So yeah, that kind of sounds pretty cool.
I love that show.
That was a cool show.
You learn so much.
Yeah. What else do we have? Excuse me. Warner Brothers is looking for a 2020 release date for their Flash movie. So that is in the works, and the guys who wrote Spider-Man: Homecoming, and who also I think they directed Game Night.
Oh yeah.
They're attached to Flash, so they're attached to direct it.
Okay.
So that looks pretty cool. Yeah. What else do we have? Spider-Man's sequel. The title has been released. It's called Far From Home. So yeah, I guess they're keeping kind of that homecoming.
Spider-Man Far From Home?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's supposed to have Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. Mm. And a possible reappearance of the Vulture from the first movie.
I'm sure he'll be...
Yeah. So I think they're trying to get together a whole Sinister Six again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else do we have? Lucasfilms is reportedly putting planned spin-offs like Obi-Wan and other unnamed titles on hold to reevaluate their strategy following the Solo Star Wars disappointment. So, yeah, that movie kind of didn't really do well in the box offices.
It didn't, huh?
Yeah, it kind of bombed, I guess. And I guess they want to rethink things, see if they want to keep on releasing movies that aren't really attached to the Star Wars franchise.
Which is strange because Ron Howard did it, right?
Yeah.
Where he stepped in. Honestly, I think that's what that movie had against it, is they had this initial thing. I would like to have seen the finished product from the original directors, the brothers who did the Lego Batman, right? Mm-hmm. I would have liked to see them, what their product would have been.
Yeah, because they were, I think...
And how that would have performed. Like, was it Star Wars' fault for jumping the gun and firing these guys and then hiring Ron Howard halfway in? And
they were like 80% done with the film.
Scrapping everything and doing it again. And, when you do stuff like that, it usually doesn't end well.
Yeah, because you're doomed from then.
You're overthinking things, and then now everybody knows that in the back of their, in their subconscious, and things just go wrong, and the box office, I guess. So
moving on to some more news, we have Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom has a worldwide gross of $711 million, with a $148 million domestic and $567 million worldwide.
Not too shabby.
They said they're looking to break a billion within a couple weeks.
I'm sure that'll happen.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs are a big thing forever, man.
Yeah, definitely. What else do we have? My last little bit of news. You know how Comedy Central does a roast every year, I think, of a specific celebrity. They're doing a roast of Bruce Willis.
Wow, I didn't know they were still doing it.
Yeah, I think, I don't remember when the last one was.
Didn't they have one for Justin Bieber?
I know they had a Justin Bieber one. Was it the last one?
I don't know what the last one was, but it's been a while since I've heard about a roast. But I'm guilty of not really keeping up with Comedy Central too much these days.
So that's going to be coming actually next month, July 29th. So
Bruce Willis.
There's actually a cool, a funny commercial that they have promoting it with, I forget the guy who kind of started the whole thing, like Jeffrey Ross or something.
Oh yeah.
He is in a bed pretending to be what's his name from The Sixth Sense.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Bruce Willis is sitting next to him. He's like, I see bald people, and he's like, I see bald people too, and he's like, I see out of work action stars who will sign on to any action movie that's thrown their way. I mean, it's pretty funny. Just that little commercial. Yeah, kind of sums up Bruce Willis's acting career, I guess, in the last couple of movies. But yeah, that's my bit of news for this week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jump into mine real quick. So, Fallen Kingdom director J.A. Bayona has stepped off of the sequel for World War Z.
Oh, did he? Is there any reason why?
I guess he felt that he just wasn't the man for the job. They were about to start pre-production, I think.
Okay.
And he didn't. I don't think he really was on board with the idea that they're going for it. Yeah. So he voluntarily stepped off. But in some better news, David Fincher is rumored to be attached now.
Oh, nice.
Although production has been put on hold due to Brad Pitt filming Once Upon a Time in Hollywood right now. And so hopefully we'll get a bit of news later on once that wraps, and we'll see where that goes. But if Fincher directs that'd be
awesome.
Pretty insane, I think.
And the first World War Z was kind of hot and cold throughout production, right? That's what I was hearing.
Yeah,
a few years ago. There
was a lot of things that were really going wrong.
Yeah,
and I think Brad was
part of it.
He was one of the people pushing to get it made.
Okay.
I think it was finished because of him.
Okay.
He wouldn't stop. So.
Did you like the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome.
Especially for being a PG-13 film.
Yeah.
When I saw the trailer, I wasn't too sold on the whole the zombie take that they took with the CGI, and it just looked too heavy and weird. And I was a fan of the book, so I was just like, no, this isn't gonna be good. And so I still opted to go see it, and I gave it a chance, and I thought it was really good because those scenes, although they show them in the trailer a lot, they're really not that many in the film. It's a lot more, how do you say, like claustrophobic, like these tight scenes, like 28 days later.
Shit, how are they going to get out of this?
And of course, Brad Pitt's always fun to watch. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good movie, I think.
So look forward to the sequel, possibly.
Yeah, if it doesn't get canned.
Yeah.
Because it seems...
But I think if Brad Pitt's still attached, I think he'll push for it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Moving on, Ash vs. Evil Dead is over, of course, and now the studio has put up a bunch of gory screen-used props from all 3 seasons.
Okay.
The auction will continue until August 17th, and you can look up everything on VIP fan auctions.
Okay. Have they said what this money is going towards? Like the props?
No, not that I remember reading.
Possibly. I don't know.
Or something else.
I don't know.
Honestly, I think it's just them trying to pay back the fans and give them a chance to have something, because this is
nostalgia.
This is a cult thing. And I actually went on and I looked at what they have. They have so much stuff. They have his... several of his outfits covered in blood. They have his chainsaw. They have all his different hands.
The wooden hand.
They have the puppet. They have some of the silicone death stuff that they use, because a lot of it's practical. Yeah. They're selling all of that stuff. It's insane.
Okay, that's cool.
They have the little fetus demon baby thing you can buy.
Oh man, okay. So definitely go check that out.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
That's VIP fan auctions.
Nice.
Look it up online. And moving on, my last piece of news, this is pretty epic. H40, 40 Years of Terror, will be wreaking havoc on Pasadena, California this October. It's a convention